Welcome along, fellow time travelers. This time around, we're going to travel back in time and check out some of New York's most legendary restaurants that are no longer with us. Before I begin, please like and share the show and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now let's begin our journey. There are countless fascinating stories that take place in New York restaurants. One of my favorites is that in 1957, the great Buddy Holly met the great Chuck Berry while they were both performing at the Brooklyn Paramount Theater. Chuck asked Buddy if he wanted to get a slice of cheesecake. Growing up in Texas in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, he had no idea what on earth a cheesecake was. Then again, most people outside of New York didn't. In fact, most still don't. And so Chuck brought Buddy to try some. And they went to Lindy's, a legendary Jewish-American deli in Midtown Manhattan that opened way back in 1921. It was a Broadway hotspot known for its vibrant atmosphere and celebrity clientele, including stars like Milton Berle. Immortalized in Guys and Dolls, where it was referred to as Mindy's, it served overstuffed sandwiches and its iconic cheesecake, creamy, dense, and slightly tangy, with a graham cracker crust. Getting hungry? The cheesecake became a cultural symbol, drawing theatergoers and musicians. Sadly, in 1969, Lindy's closed due to declining business and urban changes, but its cheesecake remains a nostalgic emblem of New York City dining. Mobster Meyer Lansky was a frequent patron of Ratners, the iconic kosher dairy restaurant on Delancey Street on Manhattan's Lower East Side, where he not only dined, but he also used the space for meetings. He supposedly went there so often so he could prove that he would always be honest in his dealings with people, because if he wasn't, well, they always knew where to find him. He'd be at Ratner's. And he always sat at a specific table. Of course, he was surrounded by bodyguards, and he was approached only by invitation. Ratner's was awesome. It had a kosher dairy menu featuring balinces and matzo balls and pierogi and potato pancakes and their famous onion rolls, which all, of course, align with Lansky's Jewish background. Its bustling, no-frills atmosphere drew theatergoers, politicians, and celebrities like Al Jolson and Jackie Mason. Also, I went there with my family while growing up, and my parents went there with my grandparents while they were growing up. And my grandparents went there before my parents were born. And check this out, Ratner's had the same waiters who seemed to work there forever. After all, being a waiter was a legit job back then, don't you know? Where you could seriously support a family. And so they saw my parents grow up, and they saw me and my siblings and cousins and all that grow up. And so it's kind of cool to have that sense of history, right? You see, Ratner's was more than a restaurant. It was a community hub where Yiddish theater stars and locals mingled over gefilte fish. And really great desserts. They had those tri-colored things, you know, like the red and the yellow and the green, covered with chocolate, and sometimes it had sprinkles. Oh my goodness, that place was great. But by the 1990s, changing demographics and the decline of kosher dairy dining led to financial struggles. And so, despite efforts to modernize, Ratner's closed in 2002, leaving behind a legacy of Eastern European Jewish cuisine that influenced delis nationwide. Its closure marked the end of an era for the Lower East Side, as gentrification reshaped the neighborhood. But it remains in the minds of all those who ever went there. Most of y'all listening probably know the name Mamma Leone from Billy Joel's song Movin' Out, Anthony's song. You know the lyrics. Come on, sing along. Anthony works in the grocery store, saving his pennies for someday. Mamma Leone left a note on the door. She said, Sunny. Move out to the country. Ah, but working too hard can give you a heart attack. Now, where Billy Joel came up with the name Mamma Leone is anyone's guess, but it might have come from Mamma Leone's Italian restaurant. Have you ever been there? It was a theater district legend, don't you know? Check this out. Luisa Leone was an Italian immigrant who used to host gatherings where she cooked homemade Italian dishes. They were so popular that in 1906, she opened a 20-seat eatery in her living room on West 34th Street. This, of course, attracted fellow Italians, including opera singer Enrico Caruso. He was drawn to her authentic ravioli and warm hospitality. And he encouraged her to expand, which of course she did. And so by the 1940s, Mamma Leone's had moved to West 48th Street, growing into New York City's largest restaurant with 11 dining rooms, 1,250 seats, and a staff of 450. Known for its hearty Italian-American fare, spaghetti with the meatballs, a chicken parmigiana, and 7-course feasts. I don't really talk like that. It was a tourist magnet, complete with kitschy decor like plastic grapes and other tchotchkes and strolling accordionists, which was always kind of fun to see. By the way, you may have noticed I pronounced tchotchke as tchotchka. Before you start leaving comments saying I said it wrong, that pronunciation reflects a Yiddish influence, versus saying tchotchke, which is the Americanized variant, which just never sounds right to me. So, if I were you, if you really want to sound authentic, you should go with tchotchka. Come on, repeat after me. Tchotchka, tchotchka, tchotchka. You can do it. Here's your homework. Use that word in a sentence sometime this week, and then come back and let me know in the comments below. Oh, and you had to order dessert. When I was a kid, we used to order zappole. You see, zappole are deep-fried dough balls dusted with powdered sugar and sometimes, not always, sometimes filled with custard, ricotta cream, or jelly. Yum, right? Go on, make some yum-yum sounds. You know you want to. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Oh, do you like it? I'm not partial to desserts myself, but this is excellent. Who are you talking to? To you. You just made a yummy sound, so I thought you liked the dessert.
I didn't make a yummy sound. I just asked you what it is.
But you did. I just heard it.
It wasn't me.
But its later location on West 44th Street could not sustain its grandeur due to rising rents and shifting culinary preferences toward perhaps lighter Italian cuisine. But Mamma Leone shaped the national perception of Italian-American dining, influencing chains around the country. Sadly, its closure in 1994 ended a chapter of over-the-top hospitality that defined Broadway's golden age. Now let's zoom on downtown, almost as far as we can get, and check out Windows on the World, which was located on the 107th floor of the World Trade Center's North Tower. It was a dining destination with unparalleled views. It opened in 1976 and it offered upscale American cuisine and an acclaimed wine program, attracting tourists and executives. Its absolutely elegant setting made it a global icon. I loved going there. Tragically, it was destroyed in the 9/11 attacks, and its loss remains a heartfelt reminder of pre-2001 New York City. Now let's zoom on uptown. Did you ever hear the famous exchange that happened between bank robber Willie Sutton and a reporter? The reporter supposedly asked him, "Why do you rob banks?" And Willie Sutton supposedly replied, "Because that's where the money is." Now, whether or not that story is true is unknown, but what is known is that Willie Sutton was arrested while having breakfast at Child's Restaurant, which was located in the famous Ansonia Hotel on February 18th, 1952. If you want to learn more about the Ansonia Hotel, check out my videos about it. Incidentally, that day, 24-year-old Arnold Schuster, a clothing salesman, recognized Sutton on a subway after seeing his wanted poster. Schuster followed him to a gas station, confirmed his identity, and alerted the police. And the officers tracked Sutton to the Child's Restaurant on the ground floor of the Ansonia, where he was eating breakfast. Probably pancakes. I mean, that's what I would have ordered, and I sometimes think like a bank robber. And they arrested him without incident. Interestingly, Schuster was later murdered, likely by mob associates for his role in identifying Sutton. For those who don't know, Child's Restaurant was founded way back in 1889 by brothers Samuel S. Childs and William Childs. It was a pioneering American chain known for affordable dining and clean, tiled interiors. It started in New York City on Cortlandt Street, and it grew to over 100 locations nationwide, emphasizing quality food and hygiene. By the 1920s, it was a go-to for urban workers and families, serving dishes like pancakes and sandwiches. Sadly, the chain declined in the 1960s due to competition from fast food, and they closed most of the locations and eventually all of them. So, what do you think of these legendary New York restaurants? If you ever lived or visited New York City, did you eat in any places like that? You know I did. Well, Ratners and Mamma Leone's and Windows on the World anyway. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Hey, if you want me to do more videos like this, let me know. I mean, I really want to talk about the Automat and other cool places. And so feel free to share some of your favorite legendary restaurants that are no longer around and that you miss oh so very much. Kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Please check out the links below to learn how to support my research and productions. This channel is sponsored by CampfireShop.com. Do me a favor and check them out, and buy some awesome candles, herbal supplements, teas, and more. Kindly be kind to all of our fellow Earthlings, and please do not harm them. And do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog or both. You and they will be very glad that you did. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.